how's it going? So, one of the viewers, he basically linked this, he made a list, I'm gonna link it in the description below, of kind of proofs of engagement optimized matchmaking in, there's also SBMM, which is like skill-based matchmaking. So, well, let's do two parts. I'll talk about basically, I'm trying to say that in League, overall, your MMR doesn't matter because the algorithm kind of controls your win rate, right? But for the first part, I want to show you something like this video here. I'm gonna put it in the description below, but I mean, look, this guy. In Modern Warfare, look, the bullets just don't register. Look. Let me just activate the... You see, he's clearly aiming at the target. Clearly, like that should have hit him, for sure. Like, how is that missing? Now he, like, how is that missing? See what I'm saying?
Anything else? Just watch this.
Do you see what I'm saying? Is that like how do you play? How do you play a game where the bullets are just so random? This is the reason why I don't play Valorant, is because I noticed in Valorant is like when you play versus dummies, when you practice your shooting, most of the time it's quite accurate, right? But once you go into PvP, it's like your gun just becomes possessed. Like sometimes, like I was basically aiming in here one time. The guy was like very, very close to... Well, long story short, I somehow hit... I was aiming for here, but I somehow headshotted him in my second bullet. Like, how can you aim into the leg and then hit the head on the second bullet? And it was like headshot. And that's because I was the worst player on the... I don't play like shooting games, so of course I'll be shit, right? But he was the best player. And the two deaths in the whole match was to me. And because I'm so shit, I can't really hit the head, right? I always aim slightly below the torso, so that when the gun goes... Because the gun goes up, technically, right? I will at least do some damage. And twice... Well, most of the time that guy killed me, like, but twice what happened... I just aimed in here and I somehow headshotted him. I was like, man, that's complete bullshit, right? It's just weird. Or sometimes it's exactly the same as in here. You literally aim at the person and there's like bullets are just missing. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna play this game, right? It's clearly that they do something with the aim that is just random. So... I'll probably make a two-part video, honestly. But do you see how they build in randomness into games to make you rage, basically? And that's it. It's like a casino. You're saying, oh, how's that a casino? Because it's random. A lot of the stuff is like very hard to control. Like, I mean, you can clearly see it. I mean, like, there's nothing to deny. I mean, like, what are you denying here? Like, how you gonna practice for aiming at the target and not hitting it? Like, first 3 shots are exactly the same position, but they just miss. And the other 3 are exactly the same position, they just hit. So who decides whether the bullet hits or not? It's just like some kind of coin flip, or what is it? And people said that if you're a good player, that number of you're missing the... let's say we have a 50% chance of you aiming at the guy and shooting and the bullet registering. If you are the best player in the lobby, you will miss 70% of the time of that, because the lobby needs to be balanced, right? So they make you miss, and some people complained about that specifically. But I mean, you can see it in here. Like how is that missing? Like, how did this miss? Like how did this miss? It's like, come on, okay? So it's like, it's pointless. It's pointless to play like PvP at this stage, because you see, companies figured out, okay, if we're gonna make these children rage, they're gonna get addicted to our game because of chemical release, and they're gonna get the Stockholm syndrome. Like, I hope you know what Stockholm syndrome is. One sec. Yeah, Stockholm is. I'll link it in the description below so you can read about it. It's basically when you become addicted to the person who kidnapped you or whatever, right? It's like you are in a suffering relationship and you become addicted to it. That's essentially what it is. And this is just like, I mean, this is child abuse in my opinion, right? Literally, like, it's like mixing cocaine into some kind of children baby bottle, that some kind of drink that kids like to drink, and they just, oh, let's just mix some cocaine into it, It's like, I don't think it's ethical. I really don't. Alright, I'll make a second part of the video of, it's kind of very similar. Screw it, I'll just make it in here, honestly. So basically, I figured out that MMR essentially is like, your rank in League is like a total waste of time. Let me explain. So I'll try to explain it like this. So we have team 1, and let's say you are on this team, right? And they balance you. That's what they have this in the shooting game community. They call it skill-based matchmaking. It's pretty much the same as engagement optimized matchmaking. It's like, they basically put 1 star in here and 4 very shitty players, and then put like 5 normal to good players on this side. So what happens is, this team gets giga trashed, this box here, so this in here. This guy gets trashed, and then you have to carry these guys, right? So that's kind of, in essence, how it works. The problem is, first of all, number 1, you're not getting paid to carry these guys, and it's very frustrating. So that's one point I want to make, is that, I mean, that's why I said, like, you need to get paid for this. It's a full-time job to do this, right? But what I want to stress is that, okay, if this was real, then this guy should be like bronze, and this guy should be like, let's say we're playing, well, let's do diamond lobby, right? We'll do diamond lobby, right? So these guys will be like diamond or upper plat, and these guys would be like gold. But since on paper they are all diamond, why is there such a big discrepancy between these guys and these guys? And that's where I realized, holy shit, your rank is really, really, really irrelevant. Because on paper, you could be like Platinum 3, but in reality, you're just like a silver player. Does that make sense? And the algorithm knows it. This is why it's gonna put you in here. So when you look on paper, you will see, wait, how is this guy's diamond, and they're just being trashed so hard by these diamond players? That's because the rank doesn't matter. Do you remember I told you multiple times that you can climb? There are multiple ways of climbing. Like, the system can just, let's say we need more players in gold, and there are some, I don't know, silver 3 players. They're kind of like, they don't really feed that much. They're average players. They are safe players. We can just put them into gold, because they're just gonna play safe. So we can artificially kind of promote players if we need to. Because you have to remember, I mean, they're trying to make money, and they don't really give a shit about matchmaking. All that bullshit is completely irrelevant to them. All they want to do like we've seen in the video with the founder, is that they just want to make the money, and that's it, right? Let me find the video with the founder one second. Yeah, so here is like this guy. He's like the Riot from Riot, right? He's the creator of matchmaking system. Right? Like his whole thing is just maximize value over time. So put long-term monetary value on each match. So he's saying every game has some kind of revenue target on it, right? So we're saying, okay, so every match generates us 10 cents. So we want to maximize those 10 cents per match. So we want to make it 20 cents. At what point does it say, oh, we want to make sure that the players have balanced and equal matchmaking so that the lobbies are fair? They don't give a shit about that. They are interested to minimize churn. I don't know, honestly, like guys, like as a person who has been not addicted to League for such a long time now, and in the past like 3 months I haven't even touched, like I don't know, I just haven't even touched the game. Well, I played a little bit 1-on-1 and I got bored with it, so I'm mostly playing GTA 5. To me, it makes no sense for them not to do it. It's a free game. How else are they gonna make money? Like, imagine you're a business person, you're CEO, you are not addicted to the game, and your sole purpose is to make money. Why would you not do it? Like, of course they will do it. It's like, of course they're gonna do it. If that's what gets the chemicals in your head going, this is exactly what they will do, and you're seeing that happening. So at this stage, I mean, what's the point? Like, again, like as a person who is completely disconnected from this, you can call it box of League of Legends, I'm thinking to myself, why on earth would you do this? Like, why would you play this? It just makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. Like, okay, if you get paid, I understand. Like, some streamers, they have big following, but again, I already explained that, like, statistically, becoming one of those streamers is, like, close to impossible. And those streamers, some of them are on antidepressant pills. So, okay, they have... What's the point in making all that income if in 10 years you literally become clinically insane person? And you have to then spend all of your life and a good portion of your life in, like, mental institution. Like, what's the point in doing all of this? So, like, I'm telling you, you need to get out. I'll link in the description below the kind of how to quit League and stuff like that. But to me, this is like, again, as a person who has not played for a long time, I understand, like they are a business. You just have to remember that they are a business, and they're in it to sell as much as possible. And of course they're gonna do it. And the only way they can do it is to get some kind of chemicals going in your head and making you rage. Companies are jumping on the Stockholm syndrome, I have to say, hardcore, because they figured out, oh, that's how the kids will get addicted. Just get the chemicals going, and then there you go, you have the casino. Holy smokes. I remember when I first started playing Valorant, I practiced on the bots, and then I went into the game. I was actually pretty good, like, in terms of aiming, because I played Quake 3, and in there you have to use the railgun, and the difference is that when you play Quake 3 with the railgun, it's whoever... It doesn't matter where you... it doesn't matter where the bullet hits, you one-shot anything. Right, so it was just about aiming correctly. Right, so this recoil to me was like, what? What the hell is going on? But now I see it's... Well, I saw in Valorant, again, I'm going back to my point, is like, I was like, wait, something wrong with the bullets in here. Something definitely wrong with the bullets. And I can, like, you can see it in here, it's like, they're just not hitting. Alright, so the conclusion is very simple. Stop playing PvP, because otherwise you're just gonna get manipulated by those companies that are trying to make shitloads of money. Play just PvE, I suppose. Like GTA 5, I mean, GTA 5 is very fun to play. Or play like League 101 is pretty good. But honestly, you get tired of 101 because it's very hard to find worthy opponents. Because if you play meta champions, like Tryndamere, for example, in 101, there is not a lot of champs that can beat him. I can think of right now, like Darius, if played super well, but I still think Tryndamere beats him. Warwick, if played super well, again, still Tryndamere favorite, and Volibear. So you see, the reason why I kind of don't play anymore is because I don't feel like the guys who beat me occasionally with like champions like Wally, Darius, or whatever, Warwick, right? It's not them playing really well, it's like I'm making mistakes because I'm just way, way, way too rusty. And I don't want to start playing every single day because most of your games are gonna be against Yasuo. It's like Yasuo, Yone, Zed, and Akali. That's like 80% of your games are gonna be like that. Occasionally you see like Pantheon, for example, and Aurelia. But most of the time it's like Akali, Yasuo, Yone, and Zed. Ninjas, basically, because you have to remember there are kids in there. And they like ninjas, samurais, and stuff like that. So they're gonna play samurais and ninjas, and you're just gonna trash. There's nothing to play there. You just trash them, and that's it. So I mean, it's like kind of it's very tedious. It's not fun. So that's why I just play GTA 5 at this stage. So. All right. So conclusion is it's rigged. Is it rigged? Yes, it is. Are companies abusing you? Yes, they are. Should you continue to play PvP? No. You should just quit. Get a job, like get something to occupy you that actually rewards for your efforts. And use gaming as just some hobby or for fun or whatever, or just like watch movies, you know. Alright, take care, bye bye.